branding is a doing word. It's a verb, isn't it? So why is it that we do static things when we talk about branding rather than doing things? So the frou-frou stuff for me is the static thing. What I want you to start thinking about is the doing thing. Now, I had a business at 19. Not only did I have a business at 19, I was a single mum. It wasn't really the best thing to do, was it? You're a single mum, nobody would give you a job and you go, I tell you what I'll do, I'll start a business. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good because I didn't understand what it was that made businesses successful. So I went back to uni and I learned some more stuff. And I tried some stuff out with other clients and other companies, and I had other things I did. And then I had a couple of other businesses. And do you know what? It took me ages to understand that the reality of business is down to 3 key things. I don't do the business plan stuff, as some of you do. Thank you very much. That means I don't have to. I get why they're needed. I don't do marketing plans. It means I've got to write. What I do know is that all of those things, you can have your strategies, you can have your marketing plans or anything else. What I do know is that none of those are any good unless the 3 things that I've worked out work for me in business. If they're not correct, then all of your plans won't work. And those 3 things are really simple. Number 1 is people. And everyone goes, oh yeah, people buy from people. No, people make businesses. People make businesses. Not your idea, not your plan, not your wonderful client list. It's the people. So get your people right. And it's when people are right, and you've got the best, fabbest people in the world, all right? It's a lovely Welsh phrase, isn't it? So we always say, get some fab people in your office. Get some fab people in your shops. I don't mind how you find them, but if they're not fab, get rid of them. Go and get your consultant that can get rid of them for you, because they're no use to you. So people is really, really key to everything I do. The next thing that's really key for everything I do is communication. And when customers come to me and say, you know, we've got a small problem, they usually start like this. The phone call usually goes, hi, you don't know who I am, I've had your number from a friend of mine, and I always think, oh yeah. Yeah, it's almost like a little helpline, isn't it? And I don't know about you, but most of my clients come like this and they go, you won't believe the problems we've got. And I think, I've heard it before. And they go, well, we need some more money fairly fast. So I go, are the liquidators in yet? No. Are they likely to come in soon? Probably quite soon. Okay. Have you got enough money to pay me now? Yes, right, good, I'm there. Yeah, you see, I might smile and be sweet, but Welsh people would tell you they like that money. So always check they've got money. By the way, the work I do with businesses that are failing, I get payment up front, always. If none of you do already, do. I've been caught out once, again. Liquidators don't pay consultants, they're not really interested in this. Where was I going with that one? Oh yeah, so communication. Communication is really, really important with businesses that I work with. The phone call usually starts along the lines of, you know, we're in a bit of trouble, we need some more money, we need new income. And so most of the work I do is about developing new income streams and developing new income streams fast. So when we're developing new income streams fast, that means what we've got to do is we've got to look at what people have already got. It's no good to trying to, you know, come up with a lovely new idea. It's no good trying to recruit new people in because they can't. You've got to work with what you've got. For me, the reason why people say to me, why do you do that? Do you know what I do it? Because it's really exciting. It's got to be the most exciting thing. They go, we've got like 2 weeks to bring in this much money. I go, okay, we'll give it a go. I can say yes, give it a go. So people and communication are going to be really, really key to businesses that I work with. And I try and get them to understand that very early on, that if they don't communicate properly, if they don't change their communication to work for how I believe people want to be communicated with, then I can't work with them because we can't do anything. So people communication, the third one, brand. So you can have all of your money in your bank, you can have all of your ideas, but without people and communication and a clear brand, it's very, very difficult for businesses to be successful. when I talk about brand, as I've said already, I mean the stuff that connects to people. So that kind of encompasses my people communication yet again. So when we're talking about communicating with people, the reason why I want to do that with them is that they need to understand that an awful lot of businesses are not successful because what they do is they give very confused messages. They give us a mishmash of stuff. Woolworths gave us that mishmash of stuff, didn't it? Towards the end, I don't really know what they did. How many people have good, fond memories of Woolworths as a kid? How many people bought their first record in Woolworths? What was it? Manic Street Preachers. What did you buy?
I think it was called Shy Guy, but I
can't remember his name. My first record from Woolworths was Bucks Fizz, Making Your Mind Up. Hey, classy chick. But the thing is, Woolworths didn't make their mind up, did they? Because when they first started out, Woolworths, they did have some unique selling points. You know, in the past, it was easier to be unique because not many people did what you did. But as time went on, there was Poundland. I don't know about you, but Asda have got just about everything in there that you ever need. Woolworths, what was it? It gave you everything everyone else gave you, but just in a jumble sale-like way. And nor was it particularly cheap. Because the thing is that Woolworths, although they might have started out as quite different, became a Me Too brand. I do that as well brand. Lots of consultants I meet are Me Too brands. Hey, I'm a Me Too brand. I've not come up with anything new with what I do. There's loads of other people that do what I do. So I am a Me Too brand. The trouble with Me Too brands, when somebody else is doing something that somebody else already does, is that you become a commodity. And once you become a commodity, I'm afraid price is the only thing that really matters to people. Because price becomes everything when you can get exactly the same thing down the road. Amazon have proved just that. We don't care that it's boring packaging. I don't care that it's not a particularly exciting website. Do you know what? I can find the book, I can click on it, I can pay for it, it'll be there in the morning. Why would I bother going and queuing at a bookshop? Why would I struggle to find it in a bookshop? The commodity is the issue here, because I might like going into a bookshop. I like books, I love books. But there's no real benefit to going into a bookshop when I can get it online. So a lot of brands have made the mistake over the years of becoming a commodity, and then it's really, really difficult. I've had a really interesting week, by the way. I don't know if anyone follows me on Twitter, probably not. In Wales, I've got everywhere I go in Wales, everyone goes, oh, follow me on Twitter. It's a bit weird, being stalked. But on Twitter this morning, it's gone a little bit freaky mad on my Twitter account this morning. I've just had one of those weeks, really, where different people have picked up on different things I've done. And I've spoken at a couple of different events this week, and one of the events I spoke at was in Cardiff on Tuesday night. It was an event I actually put on myself. I was running it as the president for the Professional Speaking Association in Wales. And I phoned the venue about 4 months ago and said, I'd like to book a venue. I'm going to bring around 40, 50 people together. We're all professional speakers. Now, at this point, when I say this, usually people go, they're not being human. You know, we all speak, therefore we all go to venues all the time, so therefore we're very fussy about venues. But no, Gemma, the girl at the venue, convinced me she was good to go. I like Gemma. Gemma was my people bit of why business is a success. I knew that venue was successful because Gemma was fab. She knew what I wanted. She listened to what I wanted. She said it'll be no problem. I said to her, look, Gemma, I'll just be honest with you now. I've got 2 Paralympians with me. They're in wheelchairs. And I said, is there a problem? And she went, look, I was going to put you in the room upstairs, but there's no lift. So what I'll do is I'll pop you downstairs by the front door. You can have a bigger room, but I won't charge you more. Great, perfect. Does that have a screen? It does. Lovely. So it costs me more to have a screen and projector? No, It's fine, said Gemma, everything's good to go. I said, I'll tell you what, we've got some real fussy eaters as well, Gemma. I said, some of us have got some dietary requirements, it's not a problem, just post them across to me, everything will be great. Gemma convinced me. I trusted Gemma. I really trusted Gemma, I felt great. This is good. I booked my speakers, we were good to go. Then Gemma said, the best thing ever to me, we will look after you. We will assign somebody to look after you. I thought the communication here is great. That second pillar, that communication bit was good. I really loved the brand. That's why I'd chosen that venue. That's why I phoned them. Oh, you knew the venue. Great. And she said, I'll tell you what we'll do, Rebecca. I'm going to pass you across to Sarah. I thought, well, Gemma's great. Fab people, good communication, quick brand. Sarah will be fab too. Was Sarah fab? Sarah was not at all fab. Sarah started out good, communication was all right. I just thought, oh, well, they'll be all right, because I booked it all. Gemma, can't go wrong. Every single thing that could go wrong, went wrong. We were on the first floor, no lift, miles from the front door. I have 2 people in wheelchairs. So it's not a good start. The screen's not there. She said, I'll get you a screen, but it'll cost you more. Oh, I can't have this argument. And when the food comes, you've guessed it, no special requirements. Now, unfortunately for the venue, I believed and trusted Gemma. She had done her best. Unfortunately, she built it up too much in a way. Because what's happened now? I've been made to feel a fool for choosing them. Because I looked an idiot. I'm at the venue, all my peers, and it's all collapsing around us. I don't like to feel a fool. Anybody else mind feeling a fool in front of people I know? Hands up, do you like being a fool? No. None of us like to be taken as a fool. I don't want to be made to look stupid in front of my friends, and therefore, not only is it a pain or a nuisance that all these things have happened, my feeling now about that brand is, oh, I don't want to be ever associated with them again, and I'm now having to apologise to everyone. So this is worse than ever. So this is something that I want you to take forward with you in your thoughts of how you work with businesses, is that, do you know what? It's no good having a Gemma on reception if you've got Sarah that delivers the products. Because unfortunately, it's the whole experience that people remember and connect to with your brand. Poor Sarah, by the way. I'm sure she's a lovely girl. Disney is really, really good at connecting to brands, getting you to connect to their brand. Disney know about feelings. It is the feelings that are sticking with us when we consider brands, isn't it? I remember the first branding lesson I ever had at business school. The lady who taught us at the time, really, really lovely lady, she was a Canadian woman, and I remember her talking about brand with such passion and such desire of us understanding what she was going on about, that she passed around soap, and everyone had different soaps, and she was asking us to smell those soaps. What was she doing?
Creating a connection.
The connection. Do you remember what soap you had as a child? Yeah? How many of you still buy the same soap as you had as a child? How many of you are married and your wife buys the soap that her mother has got in her bathroom? A lot. Apparently it's really, really common. Unless the smell evokes a bad memory. Because it's about memories and feelings and whether or not we do or don't want to be associated with a brand. We used to buy the same soap as my mum until the week after my dad died. I can't buy it now. That smell is him. So these are things that we think we know people. And my mum didn't understand why I changed my soap. She said, oh. So when I told her, oh, we had a bit of tears. But what I want you to see with that is the fact that, you think you've got somebody with your brand. Imperial Leather must have thought, we're great, we're good to go because Rebecca, the red shoe lady, she's buying our brand, we're good. But I don't buy it anymore. And it's not their fault. The connection I have, the feeling I have, isn't their fault. It's just one of those things. So sometimes the feelings that you get, the feelings that are evoked from a brand, you might not have any control over.